Come on in.
I know you wanna lay down.
How long has that been live?
A few minutes. What up, TikTok?
What up, TikTok?
We waiting for our people to join us on Facebook and YouTube, and we kicking this thing off. Y'all can't hear the song, but it's playing.
Some people like play their stuff into their TikTok feed. We forgot they do that.
They're just playing it. You can if I play music from my phone, you can hear it when I'm live.
I see people like their studio equipment, like they got vocal stuff from like mics.
Them probably the people that got approved on
We
Street
need to reapply. We done leveled up since then.
We did.
We had a bigger deal since then.
Where y'all at? Tell us where you viewing from right now. We are in Michigan. Where are you?
I won the game, girl. I passed all the stages.
Say what you want.
You can have cause you're special. You are my favorite. That ain't changing. Girl, I'm stuck on you. Can't get you out my mind.
Sorry.
I need you. Only one by my side. Can I, baby? Do you right? Show you the finer things. How it's supposed to be. Give you all of me. I'm here for you. You're my fantasy. I dreamed of you. Put it on the line. Go to war for you. Never close your heart.
Oh, there we go. What up? If you in here, say hey. As you come in, please share. YouTube, Facebook, where you at? I know we late, but y'all can't be late. If you in here, say hey so we know where you at. Was that the whole song?
That was the
Hey,
whole song.
Khadijah. Oh, you on YouTube today? You being brand new, huh? How you been?
Let me make sure
We live. I see it.
on YouTube.
I see it on Facebook too.
Oh, where? Oh, there you go. Let me share this with my people. Let me share it with my people.
We here. I don't know why it's. Oh, what's that?
Mm-hmm. What's going on, y'all? Hey, do me a favor. When y'all come in, y'all know the deal. Share with your peoples. Share button down at the bottom. Let people know we going live, man. We going live, man. Let people know we on here. But stop playing with me. What's this angle? Can you fix that? Can you drag the edge of the screen out? Do you see it's like black on the edge?
Hey, Troy.
Troy in here? Oh, yeah, there we go.
Yes, Khadijah, you don't never join from YouTube. It always say you joining from Facebook. That's brand new. You supposed to be on Facebook.
What up, TP? What's going on, family?
Who? Oh, Troy.
Yeah, Troy here. Brittany in here, Dez in here. It's the gang.
There y'all go.
It's the gang.
It took y'all long enough. We was starting to get worried.
I wasn't getting worried.
I was getting worried. I'm like, where they at? Where y'all at? Come on in here.
No, I'm going to be live like other people. I see people be live and just talk to themselves about an hour. I was going to do that. We could do that. It's me and you. We can just talk to each other. We good.
This is recorded. I don't want nobody to go back and be like, they weren't talking to nobody.
It's all right. It's all right. Our episodes, we be here by ourselves.
That's true. Did you enjoy your birthday?
Happy birthday, Shay. Shout out to Shay. Happy birthday.
Brittany said bedtime routine. I know that's right. Our kids love Wednesdays. They don't go to bed till we done talking to y'all. So
Most of them
They
be
get it.
asleep before we get done.
who?
One of them be asleep before we even
That's
get done.
true. Not that little one though.
Nah. She gonna fight it to the bitter end.
She ride or die. She be like, y'all done?
Candace in here. What up, Candace?
Hey, Candace. Now
What up, y'all?
Hand claps.
Everybody getting hand claps today. We in a celebratory mood.
She gonna switch to Facebook and say, "Am I happy now?" I am actually.
And now we need people on YouTube. That's what looks sad when people come on YouTube.
That is true. We do need folks on YouTube, but
you definitely need to engage over here. This is where all the comments is at.
Facebook is where where everybody be talking.
That part. Yo, so as always, we're gonna kick off the episode. I don't know if y'all remember, but these are now available on streaming platforms. The live playback is available on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify and all that. So we're gonna intro the podcast and then we'll get into it. Okay, so bear with us, all right? But y'all know after that it's just business as usual. We're gonna get into it. Free for all. Okay. What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Russell the Fourth.
Hey everybody, it's me, Brandy.
And welcome to season 3, episode 2, Living Single Kick Back. We in here with the gang. What up? Air horns for them. We in here.
Troy said he had to rewind his mind. Did he get a hand clap?
Oh man, come on, fam. And look, just for that, and you get air horns. And gunshots.
Not gunshots.
Because that's my dog.
What up, y'all? We are live, as you know, on Facebook, YouTube, and new to the live fam, TikTok.
Absolutely. Shout out to the TikTok family. Shout out to Instagram. Wherever you are that brought you here to us, we're thankful. Shout out to y'all that know us in real life, like our actual friends and family that support and have been rocking with us since day one. Thank y'all. If it wasn't for y'all, we wouldn't be at this point. So the journey has been dope. Y'all know what we're here for. Who listened to the episode yet? If you haven't, it's okay. It ain't going nowhere.
It's not okay. I'm festive for people who listen to the episode today.
No, they special. That's what we gonna let them feel special. I don't want to alienate nobody. I know y'all grown. Y'all got business. Y'all got stuff y'all got to do. Children to tend to.
It only dropped yesterday, so you still have time.
Absolutely.
It'll be up forevermore. Go back and listen. Living Single was actually a fun episode for us to record. It didn't start off being about what ultimately ended up being about.
Yeah.
We came down here. What was we going to talk about? Ghosting, I think.
Yeah.
And it kind of just naturally evolved
Yeah.
into just things that single people go through. So what I need to know is, who are all the single people in the comments today? If you single, let us know. No, don't play that.
I'm happy it's happening. You might as well brace yourself now.
And single, so let's define single for the people. Is single a boyfriend or a girlfriend, or single just like you're not married? Because that's something we didn't talk about. And I think that's a good point that people discuss back and forth. And I happen to lean on the you single till you married. But
yeah, no, I think if you single is you're not committed to
or
nobody.
engaged, I should say.
Yeah, no, you're not committed to nobody.
Yes.
Because it's a whole lot of y'all that I don't care if you're married or not. They not free to do what they want to do. And single implies that you ain't got to answer to nobody. Like, you single and you shouldn't be answering to nobody.
She says, Khadijah says, funny how the episode was called Living Single and her name came from that show. That is funny.
What show?
Living Single. Khadijah. Queen Latifah's. Okay.
Not familiar.
What?
I'm not familiar.
With what?
Living Single?
You never watched it?
No. Yeah, you feel it?
Okay.
Oh, this the real joint.
Yeah. Okay. Turn that off, please.
Everybody here wants this, but
nobody.
you.
People on TikTok can't even hear that.
Oh, that's true. Outside
so
TikTok.
You looking kind of mess. You just rocking.
One of the hottest theme songs of all time.
It
like,
is a
come
great
on.
theme song. Shalonda says, yes, please define. So my personal definition of single is about ghosting, engaged.
Yeah.
And what is happening?
Conversation
definition is a professional.
My bad.
A professional.
Sorry.
No, but my definition personally is like, there are levels to singleness, but I think once you're in a committed relationship, you can say that you're no longer single. But if you're just dating, you're still single. If you don't have no title, you still single. Like, I think it's a lot of people who will try to put you in a box and be like, if you talking to one person, then you not single. Nah, like, until we define what's going on with us, I'm single. That's where I land.
Okay.
What's your definition?
My definition of being single is you're not committed to anybody. I can go through your phone right now and there's nobody who you care about knowing what's in your phone. You can go on a date anywhere you want to without worrying about who's going to see you. Like, you're single. You're not entertaining nobody.
When's the last time you were single?
Single?
Yeah. Russell was in situationships that had him not single. Even though he didn't have a girlfriend, he was not single because them parameters did not apply.
I think it's about 2004.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
That's 17 years.
Yeah. 2004.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, here's the thing. Like, there's, like you said, there's levels to single, right? So
Yeah.
I might have been single, like I don't have a girlfriend, but when by my definition, if it's like I can just hit anybody my phone and like I ain't gotta answer nobody, nah. I always have somebody that's gonna catch your attitude.
He said 2004. So
it was always somebody that's gonna have an attitude with me, and why are you talking? There's always somebody.
Dang, I thought I was bad because I was gonna say what?
But it sounds dramatic, but that was a girlfriend that turned into a marriage that went all the way until 2000 and you know what I'm saying? So 2016, so that's a big gap.
That's true.
Then after that, it was, you know, a bunch of mess, but
go skip over that.
Whatever. Can I say something?
Yeah.
Candace, I know the show. I was just joking around. I know Living Single. Okay, that's why I played the song. Don't do that.
He was trying to sneak the.
I was trying to sneak the theme song in. She saw it coming too.
However, it stepped on Khadijah's like little cute little. Oh, my name is. You're like, huh? What? I don't know.
I stepped on her.
Her little moment. That was her moment. That was her shout out moment.
Sorry, Khadijah. My bad.
Nick says, I'll go back and watch all episodes if Russell puts on a Red Sox hat.
Yeah, I don't know if this helps out or not, but I have no allegiance to any baseball team. None. If you looked at my hats, you'd be like, who are you? Like, I wear stuff that shouldn't go together.
What was it? Where were we at when you did you have on like a Pirates hat or something? Oh, when we were in the sex toy shop in California. Which hat did you have on?
You can't just say that like that.
We were in the sex toy shop in California and you had on
I think it was like an Oakland A's hat.
Oh, yeah. And that man was like, hold on, wait a minute.
He said, oh, Oakland, eh?
It was so funny.
I got a Yankees hat and I got a Boston Red Sox hat. And them teams are like, you don't do both. But I'm sorry, Nick. You got to give me grace, man. I'm not a baseball fan, but I do know how to match my colors, sir.
Shay says, it's true. If you're not married, you're single. Is it true if you're not married, you're single? I would say
that's
no,
old
because
that's old school.
You, my friend, are not single. And
who?
Shayla. Like, I'm telling her she's not single.
That's what I'm saying. If there's somebody who you love, you're in a committed relationship, and you're telling them, I'm not going to see anybody else.
Yeah.
You're in a relationship. You are not single.
She's not married, but she's not single. I'm saying that for her.
Yeah. Why is it nobody? Okay.
No, I'm saying because she asked the question, is it true if you're not married, you're single? I'm saying no, it's not true because in her situation, she's not single.
Is there no single people in the chat right now? Not one. Who is single in here? Why y'all act like y'all don't want to?
We don't appeal to the single people.
It was some. They're in here right now. They don't want to raise their hand because they was like, I don't know. I got a little situation. I don't know if I want to say I'm single or not because I'm weighing some options.
TikTok, what up? Y'all single over there in TikTok land?
Who is single in the chat? Okay, or who's married in the chat?
Whoa. Desiree says not anymore with the little sly little face. You got you a situation, boo?
What's going on?
All right. Did we help?
No, don't do that.
Did we give you some advice?
You're so quick trying to like
encouragement that
so quick
helped
trying to take somebody's shine.
Like, you know what? I need
want to have something to do with it.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like we need to be adding like matchmaker or relationship guru to our.
You're doing too much. Absolutely too much. Number one, Ayo, shout out to you. That is amazing. That's dope. And I'm praying for you. I'm praying that you get all the dope stuff that love has to offer, and that this relationship is one that, you know, gives you everything that you need. That's really dope. Shout out to Des. Hand claps. Absolutely.
Now, Khadijah says she in a relationship, but for tax purposes, she's single. Period.
Shalon said, now that the definition of single has been clearly defined. Okay.
And then there's winky faces.
Yeah, winky faces.
So is you or ain't you?
Is you is or is you ain't single. So the episode touched on a few different things. And it kind of made me like flash back on that season of my life. And there's some people that handle being single really well. Like y'all body that. Y'all be single, y'all work out. You work on you.
You're like, work out.
You leveling up. Like you like when I am by myself in the world, my life is trash. Like,
don't say that.
Nah, it be bad. Y'all be single, be eating well-balanced meals, like taking care of business. I'll just be out here trying to figure it out. Like, I'm not hardwired to be by myself. Not at all. Look, I suck at being single.
I was thriving when I was single. I wasn't having fun though. Like I was doing really good. I was making more money than I ever made. I was saving.
Absolutely.
I was in a great space, but I just was not like, I wasn't happy.
Absolutely.
So I don't think I would go back. But the last time I was, it's only been a few years. It's only been 3 years.
Even though you might internally not have felt like the greatest, who you were at the beginning of your singleness versus who you were at the end of your singleness is evidence of how well you did that. Everybody isn't happy at the beginning of single. Well, not everybody. Some people come into that thing happy.
They love it.
But most people, if you have a traumatic breakup, right, you go into your single season still trying to deal with those feelings, right? Yeah. And what happened, your life has changed depending on how long you've been together and how deep the relationship was. That can be a really earth-shattering life change, right? So most people go into that unhappy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You smoked it. I know you keep trying to water that down. You killed it.
I ain't gonna go into it again.
You found Jesus.
Watch the episode and hear about the journey, but
you did crafts.
I know from the outside looking in, it looked like, woo.
You was walking.
I was.
Come on.
I was doing. You know what? You bad for me. I ain't doing none of that stuff no more.
Nah, you happy now. You don't gotta do all the stuff no more. All you gotta do is come home. I got you. Say less. You gotta, fill up your day with all this stuff. Nah, I'm here. I'm here now, babe.
I just realized that. You just reminded me of all the stuff I used to do that I don't do no more.
My singleness was basura. It was terrible.
You ain't think that when you was in it. You was having the time of your life.
Nah, it wasn't until stuff went bad. Like when COVID happened and I couldn't do nothing. I didn't have no distractions. I was like, I'm unhappy. You know what?
Sorry, it's not funny that
you know what?
Happy,
I'm unhappy right now. Yo, this is crazy. But it's nothing but Jesus, man. I came out of that with no babies, no venereal disease. Come on, one time for God. Amen. Covering me.
Somebody said they wish they can call in. We're working on all that stuff.
You can.
We have a lot of different.
You can call in. We're not comfortable. We're not comfortable with y'all like that.
We got a lot of platforms going on right now. So like the system that we're like broadcasting live from cannot take a call, but Russell can take a call from his phone, who's connected to Bluetooth, that's connected to audio.
The system that we're on can take a call.
Not this.
Yes. Right now, if I were to take a call, it would go live on the air right now.
But it wouldn't go to
TikTok. Yeah. The only people that won't get it is TikTok.
Yeah.
And it's only like one of them on there, so I'm just joking. I ain't gonna do that. Ain't gonna do that. But
shout out to all three, y'all.
One day, you know what? Let's save that for the season finale. I know we always do something special. We'll take callers this time. And I'm even trying to convince Brandy and let me know if y'all would be game for this. Because it's
I already know where this is going.
It's just a conversation. I tried to do it last season, but she was like, it ain't gonna happen. But I want to do a live finale. Like I want y'all with us, like, whatever y'all welcome to What They Never Told the Podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like people there. Like you can ask your questions on the show. They hear your voice. You know what I'm saying? I think that'd be dope. What do you think? Let me know.
All right. So before we get into the full episode, we do have to take a moment to shout out to locally owned businesses. This is not paid promotion, FYI. This is just because we love small businesses, and two businesses came through for us in their very own way. So do you want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
Who came for me? You talking about the interview?
Yes.
Oh, not came through for them. I'm joking. I did an interview with, if you're from the city that we're from, there's a business here that does really well. It's Ray Rob's Wing and Ends. I did an interview with the owners of that business. It's really dope. I'm gonna put it out tomorrow. So shout out to them. It was really dope, a really dope conversation. I got some insight on how they've kind of built their brand, where they're trying to take it. It was a really dope conversation. So like she said, we just love business. We love our people. We love local business and entrepreneurs. Like, that's fascinating to us.
Yeah, so shout out to Ray and Ann over at Wingedy Ann's. Fryers on, and now I want a piece of chicken.
Turn up.
And then for me, so Russell posted a clip yesterday of this episode of the podcast that totally went crazy on TikTok last night. And one of the things,
and Instagram.
TikTok and Instagram, really. Like, and one of the things that a lot of people in the comments were quoting was when I said, "I am the prize. You welcome." And so I was laying in bed. Was it this morning or last night? I think it was last night. I was laying in bed and I was like, I should put that on a shirt. Woke up this morning, was like, you know what? I'm going to do that. And a local business by the name of Special Cloth came through for me and put "I am the prize" on a t-shirt for me. So I'm not going to stand up and model it, but the screen down.
There we go.
Hey, so shout out to Special Cloth for hooking me up literally with like 2 hours notice, maybe.
Yeah, nah.
Like,
came through in the
she
clutch.
was like, "What you need?" Okay. And dropped it off. So love that.
Really dope.
Thank you to both of them for supporting us as we support them.
Absolutely. So dope. I need y'all feedbacks, because I'm starting to understand that different platforms have different personalities, right? So IG is toxic.
Oh my God. People are so mean.
TikTok is nice. They're filled with loving God's people. They're Christian. They're wholesome. Like, amen to TikTok.
That's just the side of TikTok we made it to.
But IG, the same post, the same message, same comment, completely different reaction. The post essentially was saying, like, men more often than not know very quickly if you're the one or not.
Yeah.
Most of the time when a man when he approaches you, and I filmed an episode last night with like 4 other dudes, and I said this, they were like, of course. They said the reason why they got mad at you is because you giving out stuff that you ain't supposed to give out. You ain't supposed to be saying that stuff, and you broke bro code. But essentially what I was trying to say is, like, when we approach you, we know, okay, are you somebody who I'm approaching? Like, is this a real relationship? Am I approaching you like this is fun? I'm gonna have fun, but I'm not looking for anything serious. I'm approaching you like I just want sex. I'm approaching you like you're cool to kick it with. You're keeping me from boredom. We know that very quickly. If you're in a situationship and you find yourself jumping through hoops trying to prove that you're the one, and he doesn't seem receptive, 9 times out of 10, he just doesn't see you as that. I was trying to communicate that.
You did a good job at communicating. That's just people with toxic minds.
They was in there. They said, yo, ma'am, your husband is 400 pounds of poultry. He's a chicken. They said, yo, he's a simp.
Well, no, they called me a simp.
Simp is somebody who like just caters to their woman.
Yeah, but they said you were pandering.
That was a different comment. I was pandering to the women's audience, and simp is a dude who like is whipped by his girl. That's what that means.
Well, one said she, so
that didn't make sense.
But none of it makes sense. Like, if you're talking about being prepared for relationships, why does your weight matter? Like, he didn't mention anything about the actual post.
People don't like
somebody who just came on. There were people who were just like, "You're wrong."
No, people.
Okay, great.
People do not like seeing women, especially black women, being that proud of who they are. It broke and messed with their idea, their preconceived notions, because you standing up saying like, no, like if someone's going to deal with me, they're going to deal with me knowing that I am the prize.
Khadijah said, who I got to pull up on? Girl, nobody, because I got Mr. 400 pounds of poultry all the way together.
You can stop arguing with people on this internet. Like,
listen,
what are we wasting time for?
So I told Russell, I'm not gonna cuss nobody out on the internet, right? That's not me no more. But I feel like sometimes people need to know that they just can't say whatever they want to say.
But here's the thing.
So
they can.
they can, but they can't. Like,
they can.
You have the freedom to say whatever you want, but like if you say whatever you want and it crossed my boundary lines, I'm gonna say something back to you.
I keep just trying. So we got into this before because somebody left a comment and I was like, baby, like we need to set the precedence now that like we can't control this. And the higher it goes, the bigger up it goes. Who's finna be going through these comment sections, arguing with these random people who clearly, the issue isn't with us. The issue is what they have going on in their own lives and internally. It's setting up unnecessary stress. And there'll be like 100 good comments, right? But we focus on the bad one.
No, that's not true. Because I try to respond right now to everybody.
She's saved. She's trying to find a way to like nicely tell
her,
people.
If you come on there and you see a comment that's like, look
I want
here,
you to
jive
know.
turkey.
I want you to know I'ma pray for you. And I see that you're a father of 8. I pray that none of them run into somebody like you on social media. Amen. God is good.
No. Okay, so that is an extreme exaggeration of what I said.
I want you to know 70% of what I just said is a real life comment.
But if you comment and say something about somebody else's lifestyle, family, or whatever, but your family is on full display. I saw this man he said, I'm a father of 8 kids. So all I said was,
he didn't say that. He didn't say that.
That's what his profile said.
So look, pause right there. So look, here we are. This random man who means nothing to us made a comment. Here you are taking time out of the time that God gave you to go to his page, see the number of children he has, and write a paragraph.
And did.
Listen here.
Listen.
Do you? I'm not finna stress out. These people.
I'm not stressed. I wasn't stressed.
Baby, I saw the effort you put into that response.
That was effortless. I have you know. That was complete. I wrote that in like 3 seconds.
Do I need to read our text messages?
I didn't put effort into. I told him what I said.
I'm talking about stress.
No, I wasn't stressed. I said that I don't like if I'm gonna respond, I want to be able to respond, right? But I know that I can't do that. So it was just like, I should have got him deeper, but I didn't.
Don't pay these people no mind,
and I don't. But it's some people that. They just deserve it. And if I got time, I'm going to give it to him.
He wasn't even talking. He was talking to me. I don't even know why
you he said, your boyfriend is 400 pounds of poultry.
But how is that insult to you? He's talking about me.
He said, my boyfriend. And I had to let him know that, first of all, you my husband.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Period.
This is beyond me.
Period.
They are attacking.
And yes, I did call him a jive turkey. Yes, I didn't call him a jive turkey.
Thank you.
I said it to Russell.
So we got some comments. Sierra said that part. Khadijah said, who I gotta pull up on? Nobody. Don't worry about it. Samantha said, okay, Brandy is beautiful. Yes, she is. Des said they are attacking people instead of ideas. That's not okay. It never is. But people gonna people. They gonna people be peopling. Samantha says, you jive turkey. Can we have that for Thanksgiving? I'm here for it.
Anyway, back to the episode, because that's what we're really here to talk about. People are gonna be mean and hateful and whatever. And
y'all didn't respond to my question.
They catch me on a good day, I'm gonna get them.
Is that out of bounds?
What?
Like, is it wrong? That statement that I said, and I don't know, is there any guys here? Because I'll be out here by myself. The fellas don't be here. I got Ray in here. What up, Ray? Most of the time with men, we know fairly quickly what it is, or we know what our intentions are fairly quickly. Now, the problem is we don't communicate that all the time. We don't state what our intentions are, but that doesn't mean we don't know. Most of the time, a dude who's saying, I really don't know where this is going, is buying time because he's probably likes having access to you. He likes other things you guys are doing. So I know if I tell you I don't feel you like that, that's going to lessen the chances that we can continue doing the stuff I like to do with you. Like, I don't think I was wrong in that, but they was like, yo, this is proven to be untrue. You're a simp. Like, what is this? This is crazy. How is that proven to be untrue?
I mean, I think, again, like I was telling people in the comments who just was like, I disagree, and gave their reasons that they disagree. Everybody has an opinion. This is just ours, right? Like, as a man, he's giving his opinion on the experiences that he's had. And you can't be wrong about that. So if that's your opinion, Can't nobody tell you that you're wrong.
And I rarely do that, but I did separate it from genders. But am I wrong about that in terms of women? Because it seemed like y'all know what category you're putting them in too, right? Like, you know, the person.
I think they can wear us down a little bit differently than y'all.
So you telling me that you can start talking to a guy and you're like, oh, this dude is like,
Yes.
he's just entertainment. And then you deal with him enough and it's like, all right, he's my boyfriend.
Yes. 100%. And ladies, if I'm by myself, then y'all let me know. But many of us have ended up in long-term relationships with somebody that we just entertain just for the fun of it. But I think I'm speak personally for me. I used to judge guys based on really superficial things. So I wouldn't talk to you if your shoes was dirty, if your teeth was messed up, things like that. So then if I did like become friends with somebody because of something and then learn that, yo, you're a genuinely cool dude.
You funny.
Then, yeah.
He can get braces.
Right? I mean, you know what I'm saying? At least ain't nobody else gonna want him. Like,
this is wild.
I'll take him.
This is wild.
So, yeah. So they said what Brandy said, you're not by yourself, girl. I've been told your statement by other men. It seems to be true to me.
Wow.
Yeah. So we can be swayed. Unfortunately. It's not even unfortunately.
It is unfortunately.
It is not, because let me tell you, when my mom came to me and said something about you, I was like, ain't no way. Like, no, that was high school. Like, no.
Oh, you talking about recently?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was wrong, right? But if I would have just, but it came from talking to you. Like, my mind was changed by talking to you, because the you that I had gotten to know was only the you that I saw on the internet, which was like super goofy, doing anything for laughs. And I was like, no.
On that front, I can see that, where you like, yeah, if I would have let myself be turned off from these superficial things, then I wouldn't have got to know this great person. But on the flip hand, they're a great person, but they just not it. Yeah. Like, where
it can change.
Not even that it changed. From jump, they did not catch you. You were not attracted to them. They didn't do it for you. But then you're like, oh, they're a good person. But there's still that initial element that needs to be there, which is, I like you. I want to be with you. I want to spend time with you. And that doesn't exist with everybody. And then what happens is, we'll start messing with them, having a situationship, and then we'll get attached to an aspect of them, right? Y'all don't got to raise your hands, because I know a lot of y'all in this chat know what I'm talking about. Come on. No one can see this. It's okay. The dog's here. Brandy's scolding the dog. For those guys who are listening to the audio, like, what is happening? But you'll be dealing with somebody in a situationship, just kicking it. And then in just kicking it, you'll get introduced to something like sex. And personality-wise, who they are as a person, you know you're not feeling that. But the sex be so bomb that you like, I can deal with it. They're not that bad.
Yes.
Right? Now, you're in a situationship attached to the sex, right? And that's not enough to sustain it, because you'll think about it and you'll be like, dang, I still left. Right? Like, you'll reminisce on, like, yo, whoa, we had a time, boy. Back in that season, we had a time. But even with that, you still ended up leaving. Sex is not enough to sustain a relationship. But you'll be in those situations, and from that, you'll have children. From that, you'll be in situationships. Y'all might have some property together, all because the sex is good. And then when it falls apart, you just got to deal with them now because of these various reasons. And it all started with being attached to something that was never sustainable.
Yeah, but it happens.
It's not good. Highly don't recommend. Very ghetto.
Way too often it happens. And I can't, I mean, maybe there are people who fit in this category, but 9 times out of 10, I think that we've all had a relationship that happened that way. It may not have been the sex that kept you. Maybe it was the conversation. Maybe it was the gifts. Maybe it was,
I want to know who talking
you was
that
lonely. There are people, trust me,
that talk good enough that you just stay in a relationship with them.
Yes. They stimulate you mentally Absolutely. And then you compromise on other things. Maybe the intimacy isn't that great. Maybe they aren't that clean of a person or whatever it is. But because you got captured by that one thing and you compromised on everything else, and then when that one thing ain't enough, you like, ooh, what did I do? Yeah. We've all been there.
We gotta let people go. If you know they not it, don't be holding on to people just because you don't want to hurt their feelings or you don't know how to let them down. Like, let them people go. You know you're not feeling that situation.
Mine is a senior, Des. I know. That's all I'm going to say. She said, nah, braces, though. And Ray says, he like how you broke that down.
Appreciate it, family. My guy.
Grow through what you go through. Absolutely.
Who said that?
Absolutely. That's right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm baffled by how many of y'all are being so quiet in this chat over certain questions. We do an episode called Live Is Single, and I asked 5 times who's single, and not one hand. I'm curious.
Maybe ain't nobody single. You only make business. Maybe they got situations that they can't say. They can't have record of it on the internet that they saying they single.
All right, let me chill there.
Because there's a lot of people who single in their head, but they not single in their relationship. Make that make sense? Like, I'm single, but I can't tell nobody. I can't tell the person that I'm with, that I'm spending time with all the time, that I'm single.
You not if you can't say, hold on, pause.
It's a lot of people like that.
A big indication that you are not as single as you think you are. If you can't say that,
it's a lot of people like that. Like, yo, if anybody asks me why you not around, I'm definitely single.
I'm single, but don't tell my boyfriend because he ain't gonna like that.
Period. Christmas coming up. Don't tell him.
I'm dead.
So that's probably why we have this many viewers and everybody in a relationship or just pleading the fifth.
I'm calling Cap.
On who?
I ain't gonna put nobody else here, but we want me to say names.
Most of the people in here that I know personally are in some type of relationship. So I wouldn't expect them to say that.
Khadijah says, which is worse, letting people go or ghosting? Ghosting is, yeah. I think letting go is inevitable. If you are dealing with relationships on any level, whether it's friendships, business relationships, romantic relationships, if you intend on dealing with people, you're gonna have to be comfortable letting people go because all things come to an end. Yeah,
we talked about that a lot in the episode about just being able to have the conversation to just say, you know what, this is not what I want no more. And I think we make that conversation way more difficult than what it has to be because we're trying to anticipate what somebody else is going to feel, going to say, going to think. If you're truly honoring your feelings by leaving a situation, even if you do end up hurting that person right there, you're saving them a lot of hurt in the long run by hanging on to you when you don't want to be hung on to. And if you're mature enough to be in a relationship where you're having sex, where you're spending money, when you have bills shared and all that, you're mature enough to say, look, you not what I want no more.
And the truth of the matter is a lot of people ain't mature enough for the former. That's why they can't handle the latter.
Message.
Like, think about this. You can put your body part in their body part. Y'all can literally put your bodies together, make weird faces at each other, weird noises for a course of months. And that's completely normal. That's okay. None of that is awkward. But having a conversation and saying, hey, look, honestly, I don't feel comfortable. I don't like where this is going. I feel like maybe we should just be friends. That's a telltale sign that you maybe shouldn't be having the type of relationships that you have in. Right? Like, that shows how much we don't value what sex is, right? Or just on the maturity level, right? Like, if it's fun and pleasurable, I can do it. But if it's uncomfortable, I'm going to just avoid it. No
part of it.
I'm going to just avoid it. Like, we can have sex for months, but when I'm not feeling it no more, I'm just going to disappear. Have a conversation. You got a whole toothbrush over there, bro.
Shalonda says something good. Letting go typically requires a conversation and provides a sense of closure. Absolutely. And like, I don't know how people moving out here in the world, but when I was single and doing what I wanted to do, I was very clear on the expectations that I was setting with people. And when I was done, I communicated that because I didn't want to be attached to multiple people. Like, you're out with somebody, People know that y'all in a situation, and then bam, you just in another one, and ain't nobody said nothing.
I didn't.
That's messy.
Yeah, no, it's bad. I feel terrible. Like I didn't. I'm one of those people who I'm completely comfortable having fun, happy, positive conversations. But it's difficult for me to hurt people, right? Like who I am throughout the course of whatever we was doing was positive. And now here I am one day seemingly out of nowhere. I'm just like, hey, you know what? That I had difficulty with that. So what I would end up doing is like I stopped calling as much. I'm not responding as much. And eventually, after a couple of excuses, then I just disappear. And I felt bad about that. I feel really bad about that. That's not how you handle people. And I got called out on it too. I had to apologize. I'm out here trying to be positive, get all this relationship advice. Someone's like, you know what? You a mother. Okay, all right. Listen, that's justified.
My bad.
I want you to know, like you weren't dealing with the good version of me. Like I don't have no excuse. Like that was wrong. That was foul. I apologize.
Yeah, and I think like I was telling you in the beginning of our situation is like you really hurt people more when you're not honest with them. Mm-hmm. Because if I find out after months of trying to make something work and you're like slowly pulling away, that ultimately I'm not what you want, but you still been kind of hanging around, tipping back a little bit, like that hurts more than just having a conversation with me when you initially knew that you wasn't feeling it no more and you let me go on about my business. Like that's so selfish to hold somebody hostage to a situation just because you don't feel like having a conversation or you don't think it's justified or you don't think that you should have to explain yourself to nobody. That's selfish.
It is. And furthermore, like, so there were times where I try to have a conversation and they wouldn't be receptive or somehow they talk me into like, I can work on this or I can, no, like, I didn't know you felt like this. Like, we not even going to try. You just going da. Well, which is more issue of my own, right? Mm-hmm. So then after a while, then it's like, okay, I tried. So let me just, all right, let me just fade to black.
Desiree says it's a cancer thing, Russ. I'm guilty too.
We're here. Shay said people can be crazy though, so you might have to ghost them. It's true. Like
but that's not ghosting.
There were a lot of that is. Technically, if you leave people without a conversation, you just disappear out their life and they don't know what's going on. If you never had a conversation like, hey, I don't like the way you're handling me. You make me uncomfortable. Like, I don't like how you make me feel. I don't feel safe. Then that's not ghosting because you've communicated those concerns. Right. But if y'all just talking and then one day you just disappear, that's ghosting. In those cases, I think that's warranted, right? Like, if you fear for your safety, if someone has shown you that they can exhibit hostile, aggressive behavior, and you're not in a position to do that in a way that you feel safe, okay, then ghost if it's for your well-being. Like I understand that. When I made that post, there was a lot of people who were like trying to explain that. Like, no, I had no choice because it's not safe. Bro crazy or she crazy.
Yeah, no, if you discover somebody crazy and it's better or easier or safer for you to just leave a situation, then yeah, but that's not the situation we're talking about. We're just talking about you could have a conversation with them, but you just choose not to. That's rude.
Absolutely. Shalonda says, I appreciate when men can publicly express remorse. Yo, I want you to know, I'm so excited about this. We have some episodes coming up. Can we tell them about it? Like, I mean, it's not going to be a surprise, right?
Yeah.
We have special editions of episodes coming up, right? So we have an all male episode that we filmed already, and we have a all female ensemble episode. So the men episode that we shot was so dope, but it was filled with that. It was dudes sitting down being like, look, at this point in my life, like I'm in my 30s. I've been hurt. I've wrestled with feelings of rejection, pain, and I see how it affected my behavior in relationships. And we kicked it on some real grown man stuff. I am so excited about y'all seeing this episode. This is going to be amazing. So I said all that to say, if you like that, you finna get a whole heap of remorse. Whole heap of black men like, yo, that was foul. I shouldn't have did that.
Khadijah says, or what about a person that has that uncomfortable conversation that the relationship is not working, but the recipient is nonchalant about it. I think once you clearly express your position and they are not accepting of it, then you just handle yourself accordingly. Yeah. But the key point of that is express yourself. Tell them what's going on. Tell them your desires. I'm done. It's over. Leave me alone. Whatever it is. And then if they don't accept that, then that's something different.
And I think you should expect the defense mechanism because it's a blow to the ego. And when somebody likes you, it's not easy for them to hear that you don't like them back. Like, that's a hard pill to swallow because we make plans. We're in our head like, oh, man, I can see us being this. I can see us being that. We work well together. And if you're alone in that, it's a hard thing for you to hear like, I'm not feeling you. I'm not feeling this. So you should, I think if you get nonchalant, I'd kill for that. Hey, look, it's good. I mean, I wouldn't feel it. If that's what you want. Yeah, it is. All right. This was good.
Deuces.
I'll talk to you later. You know what I mean? Like, that's the best case scenario. I'd rather have that than, really? You think you, like, I take that any day of the week. Give me nonchalant.
I've had breakups go really bad. Like, I think the worst that you can probably get outside of like harming somebody. Like, I've had people break into my home after I've broken up with them. I've woken up with somebody next to me that was clearly not wanted in my house. I've had stalkers. I've had to get restraining orders and PPOs.
What is happening?
So I've seen the gamut of it, and it's still better.
Can I tell the story?
Than stringing along somebody that I don't want to be with.
Can I tell the story?
What story?
That one time when we've
already told that story.
They might not have saw that. So look, y'all, there was a brief moment in like college where me and Brandy tried to rekindle, right? We were in two different places. It didn't work out. But one day I come kick it with her and I hear outside the window, Brandy. Brandy. I'm like, yo, do you hear that?
They always come back.
Just don't pay attention. Don't even worry about it. We sitting here watching a movie. Next thing I know, homie gets in the building. He gets in the building. Front door. Don't. Brandy. Don't. I know you ain't got no in there. Don't. This is how I know that she had just got accustomed to this type of thing. Cause she like this. She watching the movie unfazed. I'm sitting like this. Like, are we safe?
You go away.
I couldn't tell. That door didn't look like it was holding. He was rapping on it.
Just like I thought him. He would go away when he gets tired of knocking.
He'll go away. Just keep on watching the movie. I'm like, I'm going to have to fight tonight. I'm going to have to fight my way up out of here. It is what it is. I was getting ready. But once again, like, those are real things.
And it's still better than stringing somebody along that you don't want to be with.
It's better. I think we need to do better inventory. Not you specifically, but just in general.
Too.
If you
me too.
You good now.
I should have never been in that situation.
You good now. But listen, if you're in a pattern where like the people that you deal with, in your mind, there's no way that it's gonna end well. You're gonna deal with some sort of crazy toxic behavior. That's an indication that maybe there's something wrong with what you're attracting and what you're allowing, the type of people you're allowing in. Because if that's a pattern, it shouldn't have to be. Like, it's some things people shouldn't just have to deal with. And some of us are so used to it, we just function in that chaos, and it's just normal.
That's where I was. I expected it. Like, I had this thing. I would tell my friends, like, they always come back. It's going to be a moment where one of them going to come and try to start some drama, but I can handle that. Like, it was just a part of the type of people that I was dealing with. Like, when you become somebody's property, they look at you like you belong to me. Even though I don't want you, I don't want nobody else to have you type of thing. Like, it's hard when you finally decide for yourself, nah, you know what? I don't want you. It's hard for them to accept. And I just had a plethora of men like that who thought, like, whenever they wanted to come back, they could come back. But I wasn't allowed to say, no, I don't want to be on your crazy train no more.
I only had one of them. And it was traumatic. So I can't do this. She threw a flat iron at my head. That could have been bad. She broke a glass and was bleeding. I said, this is real. And it wasn't even that deep. I can't even remember what it was about. But we was arguing. I was like, I said, well, fine. We ain't got to do nothing. Fine, we ain't got to. Fine, we don't got to. So I left. And as I'm leaving, I heard glass break. So I quickly deflated. I'm like, oh, shoot, what happened? I go back up the stairs. Hey, what happened? You okay? Her hand bleeding. Hand shaking like this. It was somebody horror movie, hand bleeding. I said, yo, you good? Flat iron. Came straight at me. I shouldn't have went back. I didn't know no better. I'm not used to this. Here I am thinking, let me make sure she's okay. And her glass break. So you're in danger. There's shards of glass up there. I said, oh, this ain't for me. I need to get back. I need to go back to church.
No, you didn't belong in that relationship at all. My best friend is in the chat here. So I'm thankful that she is not popping up. But that story is like, oh, she hit me compared to some of the stuff that we've experienced. And I think that a lot of people experience just because people have a hard time accepting that you don't want to be with them anymore. That don't mean you still don't have that conversation. There are ways to protect yourself from crazy people. And if they are that crazy when you break up with them, I can't imagine what they like when you're in a relationship with them. Absolutely. Get away.
Absolutely. Kimberly Way says, hey y'all,
hey,
what's
Mama
going
Kim.
on? Kim Ray said, love y'all vibes, so lit. Thank you, family.
Thank you.
Khadijah said, this conversation reminds me of this toxic relationship on Instagram. Blueface and Krishan Rock. Sad case. It is. And now it's just become like a spectacle. Like, it's a reality show that's not a reality show.
Yeah.
It's video clips upon video clips of them arguing in various locations, fighting. She fighting the mama. It gets rough. But once again, relationships are a mirror, right? Like, when you are dealing with stuff internally, what you're dealing with internally will reflect in your relationships. How you feel about you is going to be reflected in your relationships 100%. And I think in that case specifically, when I see that situation, I just see two people who are in at peace internally, and it's expressed throughout that relationship, because it can't be that much drama in the world.
Substances. I wholeheartedly believe there are substances involved in that situation. And I believe that, like, I don't know Blueface like that. The only reason I know him is because of the drama him and that girl have. But from what I know, he ain't really making no music like that. So to keep your name relevant in the streets until you drop something or until you figure out what you're doing with your life.
Oh, you think it's a publicity stunt?
I think a lot of it is not made up, but over exaggerated and put out there. Like, you don't have to record yourself after y'all get in an argument and you want her to get out your house. If you want her to get out your house, just make her leave or call the police.
Nah, they tried that. The police, they was shook. You ain't see that? No. Whack 100 was over there. They was like, yo, get. She's like, I ain't going nowhere. What's up?
I don't get involved.
Yeah, it's a movie. It's a movie. They don't work. You tell her to get out, she's like, make me. Now they fighting again. You know what I mean?
No, I said the police.
The police were there too. They called the police on her. I don't know what happened.
She had to go.
I don't know. They still together. I don't think she left. I don't know. And she got hands too. I seen her fight.
Oh no, she a beast.
Yeah.
Shayla said, I got fire away. As you should. As you should.
Got to.
Nobody deserves to be in those types of abusive relationships. And I know that's not what this is about. But since we here, if that's you and you find yourself in a situation like that, that's not what you deserve. And you have to get away before somebody get hurt.
For real. And this is why the single season is so important. How you handle that, what you do in that season is so important, right? I think a lot of us, when we're hurting, we don't want to be alone. We want distraction, right? So when the relationship ends, you're looking for what's going to be the thing that stops you from feeling what you're feeling, whether it's substances, whether it's somebody else. What's the old adage? The best way to get over somebody is to get under somebody. What is it?
That sounds like a quick way to catch an STD. Yeah, that's what it is.
That's what it is? Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it works, right?
Temporarily.
It's a temporary fix. It's a Band-Aid, right? But under the Band-Aid is infection. It's growing. You gotta get some Neosporin. You got to get some alcohol. You got to treat the wound, right? Just covering it up isn't helping. Even though you can't see, it's preventing you from focusing on what's wrong. You got to treat the wound. And there's so many people that deal with their single season like Band-Aids, where during this season, when I really should be working on me, I should be healing, going to my next situation better. Instead, I'm just trying to numb myself until I end up in the next situation. I'm still not healthy. I didn't heal from my last situation. I'm carrying baggage and trauma from that into this. On top of that, because I'm still attached to the spirit from that old relationship, I've attracted the same person, the same spirit in a different body. Mm-hmm. Same relationship, different face, same issues, still getting cheated on, still being disrespected, still being in toxic arguments, being mishandled because I didn't handle that season right. I think this episode, unknowingly, because I think we was just chopping it up, and I don't think, like you said, I don't think we planned to land here, but I think in terms of just what needs to be talked about more often is this.
Absolutely. And I think another way that we find ourselves is instead of being attracted to the same spirit, we look for something totally new, something that don't resemble nothing we've ever seen, but it's still not what we need. We just looking for something else, right? We're looking for something different. I done tried this, so I'm gonna go to this. I laugh every time I see a post of a black girl who says, you know, when I pop up with what's a Christopher or a Christian, what's a white name? I don't know. Bradley. Don't be surprised. Like, because they've been through so much with black men, they think that if I try a white man, it's going to be different. No. If you don't fix you, you're going to run into the same issues.
Yeah.
You have to realize, I think one thing that really helped me in my single season was realizing that I wasn't all I thought I was cracked up to be. When I was in a relationship and I broke up with somebody or whatever happened and we split, I could think of a million reasons why it was their fault and maybe one or two why it was mine. And it was usually like, I just stayed too long. I should have known better. It was like, no, I wasn't recognizing all the things that were broken inside of me that was attracting a broken person. So when I moved from situation to situation to situation and none of them kept working out, I just always thought it was the other person.
Absolutely.
My single season allowed me to see that it's you, sis. You got some stuff you need to work on. And luckily I took the time to do that. But if you're in another situation, I'm not going to put a time frame on it, but 1, 2, 3 months and you just got out of a serious relationship with serious hurts, it's not enough time. It's not enough time to process all that you've been through, because I can guarantee you that whatever led to the end of this situation was a result of something that happened in another situation that was unhealed.
Yeah.
You got into another situation, you put on some more baggage and didn't deal with the baggage before, and all of that stuff is just a culmination of things that end up deteriorating your relationship, and then you're like, oh, I just need somebody else.
And it's going to come to the surface.
That's not true.
Yeah. And when you don't deal with it, it's going to come to the surface. Eventually, all that stuff is going to come to a head. You know what I mean? Like, when you don't deal with internally what's happening, eventually, like, you're going to have to, I guess I'm talking to myself.
No, I'm
eventually,
listening.
you're going to have to, deal with it again. So, yeah.
I mean, I was listening and I agree with you. I was also laughing at your friend who says that Christopher is a white name. Well, fudge.
Your name's Christopher Robinson. That's literally the character of the white boy on Winnie the Pooh.
I thought it was Robbins. Christopher Robbins.
Now we're going to call him Robinson just because I want to insult him.
But yeah, as Candace said, eventually. Yes, eventually the old saying, it's in the script, what done in the dark is going to come to the light. Like, what's the darkness in your life, that's in your spirit, that's in your soul, if you don't deal with it, it's going to come to the light. It's going to surface up, it's going to bubble up, and you're going to be looking for somebody to blame. And one of these times, you're not going to have nobody else to blame. And finally, you're going to have to deal with you. And it's much easier to deal with you when you don't have to manage somebody else's feelings.
Absolutely. 100%. I got no more on this. What you think? I'm good. I think this was a really good session. Listen, we're getting ready to bring this to a close.
Hi, Nancy B. I'm glad you caught us. Somebody said on TikTok they finally caught us right as we're ending.
Hey, I feel bad now. Well, the good thing about YouTube is you can rewind to the beginning.
Well, she's on TikTok, but you can see this live, Nancy B, on TikTok
Oh,
or on YouTube or Facebook.
That's my cousin. Not in real life, but that's like my homie.
Yeah.
That's my TikTok homie.
She
What
was
up?
like, I finally caught y'all. And then we're like,
And
Well.
you was late. Dang. You 8:30 every Wednesday we on here.
So this is the point now where we say, do y'all have any last comments, questions, thoughts? Kick it with us for a second. It's
Q&A.
9:35, so we got to put the babies to bed. So let us know
Absolutely.
what's going on.
Absolutely.
Robinson, thank you for attending the men's only
Oh,
recording. We appreciate you and your feedback. I can't wait to watch it.
absolutely. Yep. Chris is one of the guests on that episode. Amazing feedback, great chemistry. I'm really excited for the episode if y'all can't tell.
Ladies,
So,
I'm still taking auditions. If
and
the application period is still open if you want to attend the ladies only episode. I have 2 people that I know for sure.
yeah, I'm so glad I got mine done because you was talking a lot of cash about that.
Hold on, you only got yours done because I'm gonna be gone. Because if I was not gonna be gone, you would still be procrastinating.
No, don't do that.
Do not do that.
Don't do that because we already have an episode for the week that you're gone. Don't do that.
We
What?
were talking about going live. You was like, no, I actually got it. That's what gave you the motivation. Then we figured out after that we would be good.
You know me, I'm a procrastinator. The only reason why we did that because I had the idea for the location,
Okay.
and I was like, oh shoot, we can. And I made the call. Got together that day. Don't do that. Don't step on my moment. I got it done.
That ain't no moment.
We out here. You don't even got your personnel.
I do. I mean, I got a few people in mind, but I'm saying if somebody else wanna put their bid in, we're gonna get yoni steams in my episode.
I want you to know we talked
super excited.
We
about.
talked about that in the men's episode. I don't think we talked about it on camera, but I mentioned that, and they were like, "What's that?" So I had to go to explanation about what a yoni steam is, and they could not get over the fact that while they're recording and doing a podcast, what's happening?
We're gonna get it. Yeah, that's why Ryan can't be in the room when we're recording.
Who's recording it?
It's gonna be. Can't the cameras be set up, but he just be like outside the room or something?
You gonna run the audio?
Yeah.
How's the steam gonna affect the
We have on gowns. It's gonna be protected. It's not like the steam fills the room. You sit on top of it. It's all going in your vajayjay.
Hey, is Robinson in here still? Yeah, Robinson. We was in there like, wait, hold on. Y'all can't do that. So what you mean? Like, so they just gonna be recording while they
We have
getting
on
their
gowns.
yonis steamed up?
The gowns go over the throne that you sit on all the way down to the floor. So
The steam come out the chair?
The chair has a hole in it, and
Right.
you sit your vajayjay over the hole, and the steam just lightly mystifies your yoni.
What
I've
y'all
never
gonna be-
had one, but I'm super excited.
You know, you can't talk about the dudes. They was in there like, this kind of provocative. I'm like, I don't think it's all like that,
It's
fam.
not.
Like,
It's not. But
yeah, it's gonna be good.
We're gonna
episode.
talk about it just like we talked about the Brazilian wax, and we'll let you know how it
Who
goes.
going? But it's lighting. Like it's a bunch. It's a lot of stuff.
I talked to her. It's lit in there. We can bring in our lighting.
You ain't gonna like. And Ryan's cameras, like they don't
He
have.
can set it up.
But what I'm saying is, they run on battery packs. So if they die,
We just got to call him in. Like, I mean,
if
he
it's
can
not
be in the room.
yeah, there you go.
There's nothing that stops him from. But y'all didn't have no ladies in there with y'all. He gonna have to show me what to do, and we gonna.
We
do
didn't
it.
have no ladies in there because
Y'all
we
just
already know how
gotta
to
be
run the
nosy.
stuff. We already knew how to run this
I know
stuff.
how to run this.
Okay,
I do. Thank you.
all right. I got you.
Shayla says that yoni steams are wonderful, and Robinson says that yonis are out of control. So I don't even know what that means. We should probably end that. So thank you for tuning in. You can please join us on Patreon if you are interested. We are just now preparing to go live with the exclusives on Patreon. We have a few. I'm not calling them patriots. So we have a few people.
We got patriots, y'all.
I'm not calling y'all.
Our loyal Patreon subscribers are our patriots.
Who have already joined us. And I thank y'all because y'all have joined at a point where there's not any content there yet, except for this week's episode. But we are learning that platform and getting ready to release some really good things for y'all. I will be filming and putting stuff up there when I am at Women Thou Art Loose next week. So we have a next week's episode recorded. Russell has yet to decide whether he will be going live on Wednesday. I won't be here. I will be getting loosed and unshackled with Sarah Jakes Roberts, and I'm so excited about it.
It's so dramatic. If I come on here live on Wednesday, I ain't gonna do nothing but play music and clown. So I don't think that's what the people want. They used to come here and get deep conversations.
So sounds like there may not be a live next Wednesday, but we will make I know he's talking about Yonis in there, and it's just ridiculous. So
I got to read his comment.
you know we're still recording, right?
Yes, I do. What is the
Okay.
problem? Look, he said, Shayla said, the Yoni steam is wonderful. Robinson said, this not happening. What happened in nail shops, salons, not a Yoni.
Yes, we're going to get our Yonis taken care of.
I'm here for it. I told him, I said, this has never been done on the podcast before. This needs to happen. I'm here
It's
for
gonna
it.
happen.
What can we do that hasn't been done before? A location that's new to the viewers, and it's educational. It's self-care. I think it's dope.
Self-care. It's a bunch of women, and we're just taking care. It's not provocative. It's not nasty. I hope
You
don't
can't
talk
talk about Yonis to men without their mind going there. So, hey, this is why it's a women's episode, you know?
Anyway, so yes, join us on Patreon. If not, always join us on YouTube, Facebook, and now TikTok every Wednesday at 8:30. New episodes drop every Tuesday at 12 a.m.
And the live kickbacks are out every Thursday at midnight.
At midnight.
Actually, it'll be Wednesday night at midnight, right? Tonight at midnight.
Who knows?
Either way, whatever. It'll be out Thursday morning. So, yo, we can't thank you guys enough. Thank you for joining us via the audio. As always, we love.
And y'all should love too.
Peace.
Peace. Now, Facebook, y'all can still stay with us.
Yeah, we just had to get off the audio. Thank y'all so much for joining us, man. No questions, no comments.
Niecy B said she was watching Doctor Strange. We need to know how that was. I haven't seen
Doctor
Doctor
Strange?
Strange yet. Well, I need to know how that was because I haven't seen it. I would say we. Did you see it?
I haven't. The new one, the
Yeah.
multiverse joint. I haven't.
Yoni Steen. Oh, you read all the comments. All right. Y'all got nothing for us? Is this delayed or what?
No, we good.
We're good.
Listen, y'all, we appreciate y'all. New episode next Tuesday. We'll let you know if we'll be live the next day after that. We're not sure.
Does it have a title?
The episode?
Yeah.
I don't even know what we talked about. If I'm being honest, I can't remember. It's all a jumble. I've done that 2 episodes since then. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I don't remember either. It'll be a surprise to all of us.
Be surprised. We'll see. We'll figure it out. We just